Yeah? This is real. This is practical. Talk about peace. This is it.
It's okay, it's okay, it's alright. Peace solution, the only way. Living peace, the only key. Peace solution is what we want.
Okay, PCEF in the house with a different hairstyle. Shout out to the crew of the peaceful solution. They're coming out with character education.
Everyone, welcome to the maiden edition of the National Character Education Quiz. And this morning we have the Group 3 stage competition coming on between NCEQ International and NCEQ School. We have our contestants or participants seated, and we are getting ready to get the quiz master, the quiz mistress in her seat, and the program will be started. But before then, we would like to give some credit to our sponsors who have made this program successful. The first, not a sponsor, but I will have to let you know that this program is brought to you by the Peaceful Character Education Foundation and the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program. And we are sponsored by Nexans Cable Metal Limited, and they say for all your quality cables, that is electrical cables, they have made their cables to the standards of this country, and so you can rely on them. We also have Ghana Air Premier for all your electrical home appliances and electronic gadgets. You will have to go to Ghana Air Premier. Also, we have everything IT, and as their name suggests, you should see them for all your IT needs, from equipment to consumables and other things. Then we have Nesvelsoft Limited for all software needs. Nesvelsoft says your success is their goal. Then we have iBitsoft Limited for all your Microsoft Dynamics NAV software needs. And we have Rising Sun Montessori School also sponsoring us. In fact, they are the host of this competition, and this hall that we are in right now belongs to them. And our media partners, as usual, is Ike FM 95.4. And you listen to Ike FM. This program live on their network. So whatever that is going on here right now, you can tune in on www.ike954fm.listen to my show. The 2 is number 2 and not to.com. Or we have also Awake News Online as one of our media partners. And so, without much ado, I would like to invite our quiz mistress to her seat. Let's give her a round of applause.
Okay, so welcome to the Group 3 stage of the National Character Education Quiz. Today's contest features 2 schools. Sadly enough, the 3rd school couldn't make it, so 2 schools are competing. So, contestants, you are welcome. I hope you are all very fine. Are you ready? Very ready. Okay, today's contest features about 4 rounds. There are 4 rounds in the contest. Round 1 is the question and answer segment. Round 2 is the presentation segment. And round 3 is the poetry and drama segment. If after round 1, 2, and 3 we don't have a clear winner, then we'll go to round 4, which is the tiebreaker segment, to elect a clear winner. So all the best. But before that, we would like to know your names. So Gahe School is represented by
Jessica Fosukwabi
and
Ike FM.
Okay. NCEQ International School is also represented by
Benjamin Ate.
Okay.
AC Mary.
Sorry?
AC Mary.
Okay. So all the best. Now in round 1, in this segment, each participating team is expected to answer a correct question. Sorry, you are expected to answer a question correctly in 45 seconds to attain 3 marks. If you're unable to answer correctly, it will be passed on as a bonus to the next school to be answered in 15 seconds for only 1 mark. Okay? So we shall proceed from there. Okay, I'll start with GAEK Basic School. GAEK, your main question. If I do not feel comfortable doing something, I would A, do it anyway in order to fit in. B, not do it, but pretend that I did. C, make a choice that will enable me to develop positive character.
C. Make a choice that will enable me to develop positive character.
That's correct for 3 points. Now, before I go to NCEQ International, I would like to bring to our attention that when I finish reading a question, the bell will be sounded.
Ike
which
FM.
means you can now start answering the question. If after 45 seconds you still can't answer or your time is up, the bell will be sounded again. Okay? So I would like him to give us the sound again so that it'll be clear. I hope that's clear enough. Okay, so NCEQ International, your question. If my mother asked me not to go out to play while it is raining, I would A, sneak out when she is not watching. B, bang the door behind me and go to my room. C, listen to her because she knows what's best for me.
C. Listen to her because she knows what's best for me.
That's correct for 3 points. Okay, GAEK Basic. As a student, I hope your attention is here. As a student, when your teacher gives you an assignment and you do not do it or submit it on time, or you don't submit it at all, what negative character traits are you exhibiting?
Irresponsibility.
Correct for 3 points.
Ike FM.
NCEQ International. Kofi and Yao were caught fighting. Displaying an aggressive attitude are signs of.
Lack of self-control.
That's correct for 3 points.
Ike FM.
GAEK.
Hello.
Acting impulsively means.
Acting aggressively.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Showing anger.
That's also incorrect.
You are unable to control emotions.
I'll give you a half mark of 2. But it should have been acting on emotions without careful consideration. Okay? Okay. NCEQ International. To be rational means. To be rational means.
To behave in an acceptable manner.
Sorry?
To behave
Ike
in an
FM.
acceptable manner.
Yes. How do you mean acceptable? Explain that word.
To be normal. like, you know what's right, you do it.
Okay, I'll give it to him. That's correct.
Ike FM.
Okay, Gaia Basic. A person who is willing to learn, be taught, and follow directions is
Disciplined.
sorry, that's incorrect.
A respectful person.
That's also incorrect.
A focused person.
That's also incorrect. Okay, a bonus to Nisi International.
Steadfast.
Ike FM.
Sorry, that's wrong.
The
The
question
question again. A person who is willing to learn, be taught, and follow directions is.
Courteous.
Sorry, that's wrong. Okay, it's actually humble. Humble. Okay, Nisi International, your main question.
Ike
A
FM.
person's character is made up of both dash and dash traits.
Physical traits and behavioral traits.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Positive and negative.
That's correct for 3 points. GAEC Basic. What are some other ways a lack of self-control affect our society today? What are some other ways a lack of self-control affect our society today?
We lose active manpower.
Can you explain that?
Like if somebody is irresponsible, the person like drinks alcohol.
The person does what?
Drinks alcohol. It doesn't have self-control. It reduces the active manpower of the country.
Okay, that's correct for 3 points. Okay, Nisi International, your main question. On TV shows in Ghana, some invited guests at any given time period during the show may curse or insult one another, fight, and expose their private body parts. According to the PSCEP, how would you see these shows influence? Okay, let me take it again. On TV shows in Ghana, some invited guests at any given time period during the show may curse or insult one another, fight, and expose their private body parts. According to the PCEP, how would these shows influence negative behavior?
Some people may see it as fashion and also do the same.
Remove the hand from the microphone.
Some people may see it as fashion and do the same.
Come again.
Some people may see it as fashion or trending and do the same.
So you mean people will be influenced to do what they are seeing on the
Yes.
shows? That's correct for 3 points. Gaia Basic. People who respect themselves will not be pressured into doing something that is
Negative.
correct for 3 points. It's the same as they will not be pressured into doing something that is morally wrong. It's the same thing. Okay, your last question, Nisi International, for this round. State 3 positive emotions.
To be humble.
Humble, okay.
To be forgiving.
Sorry?
To forgive others.
I'm talking about emotions. Don't forget that.
To love one another.
Love one another. Okay.
And to be patient.
Patient. You've mentioned 2. I want 1 more.
I said love, humbleness, and patience.
Is humble an emotion?
To be kind.
Sorry?
To be kind.
I'll give him 2 out of 3. Okay, so this brings us to an end of the first round. While we wait for our score master to give us the tally for round 1, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. Nexans Cable Limited for all your quality electrical cables. Ghana Year Premier for all your electrical home appliances and electronics. Everything IT for all your IT equipment needs. Nextvo Soft Limited for all software needs. Nextvo Soft, your success, our goal. iBit Soft Limited for all Microsoft Dynamics and AV software needs. And our host school, Rising Sun Montessori School. And not forgetting our media partners, IKE FM 95.4
Ike FM.
FM and our Wake News Online.
Oh yeah? This is real. This is practical. Talk about peace. This is it.
It's okay, it's okay, it's alright. Peace solution, the only way.
Control, respect, acceptance, responsibility. You know it's a duty, it's not late. Let's move to the classroom for peace on earth. Will only go if you learn, you stick to
So at the
it. We
end of
practice,
round
stop
one,
acronym.
Guy's School scored 14 marks. And Nisi International School scored 17 marks. Okay, we will proceed to round 2. Now, round 2 is the presentation segment. This segment requires each participating team to give a presentation from any of the Peaceful Solution Character Education Manual, which has already been assigned to them. Now, marks will be awarded based on the following. That is your knowledge of the PSCEP, content of delivery, effect on the audience, and confidence and styles. You are to do your presentation in 10 minutes, and you'll be awarded 10 marks. I hope you are ready. Okay, Nisi International, I would like to start with you. Now, Nisi International, your main question was
Ike
and
FM.
is, using the self-control manual, how can we prevent stealing in supermarkets, knowing the consequences for the supermarket and the society at large? Are you ready? Now, at the sound of the bell, you begin. When it is sounded again, your time is up. You can now proceed.
Mr. Chairman,
Ike FM.
panel of judges, invited guests, teachers, observers, fellow students, colleague contestants, fellow students. It gives me the greatest joy.
Hold on, Isi. Can you please provide her the pulpit?
You listen to
Okay, so at the sound of the bell, you start.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, invited guests, teachers, observers, fellow students, colleague contestants, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me the greatest joy to stand before this august house to give the most remarkable, eloquent, non-arrogant, non-revengeful, indefatigable, and above all, the most magnanimous speech ever on the planet. Mr. Chairman, having gone through only the first chapter of the self-control manual, I personally came to the realization that if quarter of the time wasted on the media, telecasting wrestling, wars, news, outdoor films, Hollywood movies, etc., could be used to telecast and teach the youth about good morals and its immeasurable values, it will go a long way to change the mind and heart of the entire globe positively. Fast forward, Mr. Chairman. Permit me to remind my honorable audience of the principle of inertia, which I guess you all remember. This principle states that an object remains in its stationary position unless acted upon by external force. Why do we have to remember this? Reading through the pages of PCEF manual, I realized one key definition of stealing, and I quote, "Stealing means touching, destroying, and using someone's belonging without any prior permission." Therefore, to demonstrate a moral attitude towards the possession of others, we must, and I take it again, we must all make it a point to refrain from touching or taking someone's belonging without permission. Again, morality towards someone's property means not destroying the property in the form of vandalism and graffiti. This is regarded as stealing because when we destroy someone's property, we deprive the owner from using the property. To achieve this, we must always remember that, I quote, "What is mine, and what is yours," unquote. That is, everything on this planet has an owner, and they shouldn't have the fear that their belongings would be stolen. Why should one be afraid that his or her belongings will be stolen? Mr. Chairman, the answer to this simple question is because we lack self-control. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, one other question I would like to ask is, why should we keep locking our doors with multiple padlocks each day we leave for workplaces? These doors are safely locked, yet we always feel uncomfortable. Mr. Chairman, once again, the answer to this simple question is we lack self-control. As I bring my speech to a close, Mr. Chairman, permit me to share this news article with you. Recently on social media, a couple of young ladies were spotted to have stolen panties from a mall, which went viral on social media. Mr. Chairman, I recommend that we should all consider and use the STOP acronym when we find ourselves in the supermarkets, malls, shops, and other places. We should always remember to stop, think, weigh our options, and finally proceed with the right choice. Yes, the right choice, because Self-control is paramount, and we cannot control anybody else but ourselves. Mr. Chairman, these young ladies who were alleged to have stolen from the supermarket have caused a great loss to the supermarket because the supermarket will first of all lose the tax paid on the items. Secondly, the money used in buying the item. And thirdly, another money would be spent to replace these items. Mr. Chairman, these young ladies will also be of a great disadvantage to the society in several ways, but here are a few. 1, they will be arrested and tried at the competent court of jurisdiction, and if found guilty, jailed. Mr. Chairman, jailing these young ladies will cause them not to work for the growth of the society. 2, their behavior might influence others in the society to practice. 3, Mr. Chairman, someone in the society may need that product urgently to save life, and if not found, can lead to death. Mr. Chairman, other ways by which self-control can affect society are: 1, divorces; 2, school shootings; 3, contraction of STDs, etc. On the individual, it includes: 1, unwanted pregnancy; 2, drug abuse; 3, sexually transmitted diseases; and then 4, degeneration of mind and health, which can finally lead to death. To conclude, Mr. Chairman, I propose that we use the following tools to practice self-controls. 1, let us guard our minds. 2, let us feed our minds with positive thoughts. 3, let us be our own positive critics. 4, let us always learn from people with high moral standard value. Mr. Chairman, finally, I have chosen self-control because self-control means directing our thoughts, and thoughts leads to feelings, and feelings leads to actions, which can lead to either reward or consequences. Thank you.
It's knowledge. Let's move to the classroom for peace on earth. Will only go if you learn. Stick to it. We practice. Stop acronym. Only proceed with the righteous. You know it's a man. Not the importance of us. Graffiti.
AC Mary of Missy International School. Well done on that delivery. Okay. Now I like your approach on the question given you. I like the fact that you made us understand what we mean by moral attitude regarding the property of others. So about your knowledge of the PSCEP, you scored a full mark there. Now, your content of delivery was also great, considering the fact that you added examples, consequences of lack of self-control, the effects of stealing on the owner and even the society at large. And I recommend you for that. And that one too, I gave you a high mark there.
Ike FM.
You had confidence in whatever you were saying, and it looks like you were well prepared, because I realized some of the words you were saying, some came from your mind, which means definitely you were learning on your own and you understand what you are saying. So with your confidence and style, you scored a high mark there also.
Ike FM.
Now, I realized the audience, some were nodding their heads. Some were smiling because it looks like what you are saying is sinking in. So your effect on audience was also great, and I scored you a high mark. So in total, I would just like to chip in that you did so very well, very, very well. You really focused on how we can solve the issue using the STOP acronym and having respect for the belongings of others. So in total, I scored you 10 marks. Okay, now we move to GAEC Basic. GAEC Basic, this is your main question. Now, GAEC Basic, using the character manual, how can we tackle the problem of alcohol abuse and drunkenness, which is very common in our society today? You have 10 minutes to present your delivery for us to see. So at the sound of the bell, you can proceed. Just come to the pulpit. So at the sound of the bell, you can start. Just 10 minutes to deliver.
Oh yeah? This is real. This is practical. Talk about peace. This is it.
It's okay, it's okay, it's alright. Peace solution, the only way.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Quiz mistress, timekeeper, and fellow students. I am Aaron Osai from GAEC Basic School, and I'm here to give a presentation on how to tackle alcohol abuse and drunkenness. First of all, alcohol abuse is a pattern of drinking that interferes with the day-to-day activities of a person. It also simply means excessive intake of alcohol beyond the abuser's capacity. Alcohol abuse is a condition that cannot be cured but can be managed. Drunkenness, on the other hand, is the inability to manage drinking habits as a result of a disturbance in mental function after or during intoxication. Some causes of alcohol abuse are: 1. Stressful environment. When a person has a stressful environment or stressful job, that person may be more likely to drink heavily. This is often in the cases of certain occupations such as doctors, lawyers, nurses, and teachers. 2. Mental health problems. Mental health problems such as anxiety and depression can increase the risk of alcoholism or alcohol abuse. A person may easily take in alcohol when he or she is feeling anxious or depressed. 3. Peer pressures. Peers or age mates may lure one into drinking alcohol, which may lead to drunkenness. Problems associated with alcohol are: 1. Increase in blood pressure. 2. Kidney diseases. 3. Liver inflammation. 4. Heart disease. And 5. Stroke. Other risks associated with alcohol abuse on the state are: 1. Lobe development. Habitual drinking of alcoholic beverages decreases the development of the state since all the youth are abusing alcohol. 2. Decrease in active manpower. Drunkenness may result in madness, which destroys the active manpower of the country. To be able to prevent or manage alcohol abuse, certain abilities are expected from the person, and these include: 1. Self-control. This is the ability to control one's thoughts, which lead to feelings and result in actions which are followed by consequences which may be good or bad. The abuser must learn to practice this basic ability to manage or even prevent alcohol abuse and drunkenness. 2. Self-respect. This means identifying your value, considering yourself useful, and taking care and concern about yourself. If the person learns to practice this ability, he or she will know how valuable he is and will not drink alcohol to hinder his valuability, thereby making him less respected in society. Students, imagine if a teacher comes to class always drunk. How would you see or treat him? You by all means see him less respected and may even insult and make mockery of him anywhere in the school. That is why teachers are also included in practicing self-control in alcohol abuse. How alcohol abuse can be solved? 1. Increase in the education of alcohol abuse. 2. Increase in alcohol taxes. This means alcohol beverages must be made very expensive so that it should not be easily bought by the youth in the society. 3. Practicing self-control and self-respect in the dealing of alcoholic beverages. One must learn to control himself. If he already likes drinking, he can at least reduce the way he drinks and not drink at all times. 4. Strict implementation of laws governing alcoholic beverages. 5. Reduction of, or if possible, banning alcohol advertisement. Nowadays, normally the adverts that we see on TV are full of alcoholic beverages, which are normally acted by the youth. So the government and the Ghanaian society must reduce, or if possible, ban alcoholic advertisement. 5. One must learn to control himself and develop a good character. Character is therefore the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. If the person has a good character, he will be able to say no to alcohol. I will conclude then by saying alcohol abuse is a very bad practice. So let's work hand in hand with the Peaceful Character Education Foundation program through self-control, responsibility, character, acceptance, and respect to bring a stop to such an effective practice in the society. Thank you.
Self-control, respect, acceptance, responsibility. You know it's a duty, it's not late. Let's move to the classroom for peace on earth world. Only go if you learn, stick to it. We practice, stop acronym, only proceed with the righteous. You know it's man, not the importance of us graffiti.
Well, in the first place, I commend you for giving us, in fact, giving us the causes, the effects of alcohol abuse and drunkenness. And the examples you gave about the teacher was also great. Self-respect, self-control, that was great. So your knowledge of PSCEP, I commend you. I give you a full mark there. Okay. Now, one thing about the PSCEP and the responsibility manual is that we follow instructions as given. Okay? And you were asked to use the character manual. I'm not saying you deviated, but I was expecting you to tackle it from the character manual point of view. So, your content of delivery, you didn't score a full mark there, but I like the fact that you chipped in self-control, you chipped in respect for the crowd to at least understand where you are coming from. So your content of delivery, you didn't quite get a full mark there. And with the effect on the audience, I didn't quite see how you related well with them. So with that one, you didn't get a full mark. But I like your confidence, I like your style. So in totality, you scored 8 marks.
Control, respect, acceptance, responsibility. You know it's a duty, it's not late. Let's move to the classroom for peace on earth.
This brings us to the end of round 2, which is the presentation segment. As we wait for our scores for the end of round 2, let's acknowledge some of our sponsors. Our host school, Rising Sun Montessori School, for providing us this beautiful place. We would like to also acknowledge iBitSoft Limited for all your Microsoft Dynamics and AV software needs. We have NextVoSoft Limited also. For all your software needs, NextVoSoft Limited is there. We have everything IT for all your IT equipment needs. Ghana Air Premium for all your electrical home appliances.
Yeah.
Electronics.
This is real.
Nexans cable.
This is practical. Talk about peace. This is it.
It's okay, it's okay, it's alright. Peace solution, the only way.
Cable Limited, Nexans Cable Metal Limited, for all your quality electrical cables. We have our media partners, IKE FM 95.4 FM, and we have our Week News Online. Okay. I think you are in a hurry, eh? Okay, so at the end of round 2, the presentation segment, GAEC School scored 8 marks.
How can your people be of blessings time? Let's move peaceful solution the only way into the...
And Nisi International School scored 10 marks. Okay, so it's obvious who is leading. If you know you are not leading, try to come in the lead, okay? All the best. Now we are moving on to round 3. Now, round 3 is the poetry and drama segment. And in this segment, you have been assigned to either give a poetry or drama on a problem in society using the PSCEP manual. And for your school, which is GAEC School, you were asked to tackle this problem. Disrespect among citizens in the Ghanaian society today is at its topmost height. It has been one of the very difficult issues to tackle because most parents and institutions responsible for building such moral value have failed. Using poetry or drama, send a message to the various entities that matter on a practical way of solving this problem. You can use any of the PSCEP manuals, but please focus on changing the behavioral aspect. You can also use respect to tackle this problem. You have 10 minutes for whatever you are presenting, poetry or drama, and you'll be scored 10 marks for that. So at the sound of the bell, you proceed. GAEC Basic School.
IKE FM. IKE FM.
Don't start the timing yet, please. Mister, are they all set? Are you all set to begin? Okay, so at the sound of the bell, you start. Okay, proceed.
Hello, judges, mistress, students, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Madeleine Serwaye, a student of GAEC Basic School. I'm here today with my colleagues to perform a poetry on how to solve the problem on disrespect through the Peaceful Character Education Program. Today, we are here to introduce a poem through a short skirt. Our poem will be introduced by a short skirt. So keep calm, relax, and enjoy. Thank you.
I hope you're enjoying the bath.
Citizens of Ghana, citizens of Ghana, citizens of Ghana. Respect means value the people and things in the society and treat them with consideration. care and concern. Let's wake up from our slumber, for disrespect is becoming the order of the day. Growing up, you dare not pass by an elderly without greeting. Today is a waste of energy. Growing up, you run to lend a helping hand to an elderly. Today is a taboo. Growing up, you only listen when an elderly speaks. Today is a give and take affair. Look, listen, did you hear? In the name of democracy, you pick a phone, make a call to a radio station, and what did you do? You rain insults. Insults on the elderly. Hey, what do you say about the president? Oh, you have freedom of speech. Don't you know your freedom ends at where someone's freedom begins? Citizens of Ghana, disrespect is blindfolding us. No respect for humans, no respect for water bodies, no respect for the atmosphere, indiscriminate felling of trees, illegal mining and sand winning. Look at them, just look at them, winning sand from the seashore. Citizens of Ghana, let's make respect take its proper place in the society. I know some people may ask themselves, how do we control this problem? The answer is simple. Let's give value to the teachings of Peaceful Character Education Foundation. Let's give them a space in the media to educate the public. Moreover, charity, they say, begins at home. So mothers, fathers, grandparents, and the elderly in the society, let's return to the olden days when respect was the same, regardless of your family, ethnicity, or race. Let's show care and concern towards all. Let's enforce the foundation of all positive interactions. Let's treat others the way we want to be treated. Let's avoid abusing others verbally or physically. For a respectful person shows care and concern for himself by making choices that will keep him safe and healthy. Thank you.
Okay. Aaron, you can have a seat. Okay, Jessica, well done. Okay, Gaek Basic, I like your intro. At least it was catching the audience attention on whatever you wanted to give us. Your intro was great, and I also like the fact that you made us understand what respect is, even back in the days, and comparing it to now. I also like the fact that you didn't only pay attention to respect to humans, but to the environment and the
Ike FM.
So, I award you 9 marks because your effect on the audience was quite okay. Just that your confidence was not that top notch, or it wasn't that up there. So in all, I give you 9 marks, and a great job done for that. Okay, so we go to Nisi International School. Nisi International School, you are also to talk about disrespect, and this is your question. Disrespect among citizens in the Ghanaian society today is at its topmost height. It has been one of the very difficult issues to tackle because most parents and institutions responsible for building such moral value have failed. Using poetry or drama, send a message to the various entities that matter on a practical way of solving this problem. Are you ready? So at the sound of the bell, are they doing drama? Are you doing drama? Drama. Okay, so get your people ready.
It's another day, but it's too late. Nache, my daughter. Nache.
Yes,
Nache. Nache. Now, Chair, please. It's getting late. Please dress up and go to school, okay? That's my princess. Good girl.
Ma, I told you that I'm not feeling well, and you want me to go to school. I've already told you that don't discuss school problems issues with me again.
Oh, now, Chair. Now, Chair. I know that. But I promise to buy any dress of your choice at the mall if you are able to attend class for at least once in a week. I said once in a week. Now, see you. I even promised to throw a presidential party for you if you're able to at least complete class 6. Class 6. And you agreed. But now what is the problem again? You are 19 years old and you are still in class 3. All your colleagues have completed senior high school and majority of them in the university. What is wrong with you at all? What is the problem?
Have you finished speaking, Mom?
Nah.
Have you finished
Nah,
speaking?
me
I said, have you finished speaking?
Nah.
If you want to attend your university, Ma, go to your room and dress up.
You see what you are telling
this morning, don't
now
come
you
and
kill
worry
me
me
one
with
day.
school issues, car.
Nah, you kill me one day. I beg you.
I can kill you. Don't. It's not part of my
You
business.
want to kill your mother?
Mm-mm.
Nah,
Ma,
be careful.
Don't worry me.
Be very, very careful.
Don't worry me.
Morning, sir. Morning.
Hey. This old Homo sapiens, what do you want?
Nah, you
here?
kill me.
We did not mean any harm. We just wanted to know why you guys were quarreling.
Shut up! I said shut up before I sound you. You won't go and think about your family, so I ain't interfering in something.
I can give birth to you. Children of these days.
So what should I do?
I will give you 50 strokes and slap you all together. How dare you? Do you respect? Don't you know I have a child just like you? What are you saying? Madam,
tell
please,
him,
what she's doing, I don't like
him.
it. My daughter did the same, and I've sacked her. I don't even know where she is. So if you worry you, madam, please sack her from the house. Sack her.
You see he has insulted.
Will you shut up?
Oh, leave
Get
my
out of
face.
the room. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry about everything.
Oh, madam,
I
please
beg
don't worry.
you.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Madam, this is not anything new. I had a daughter just like your own. Hey, madam. I said if it were to be in those days, she would have gone to the kitchen and taken cat class and chased us out of here.
Seriously?
Yes.
And it all changed though. One day, she said she was browsing Facebook and she came across an organization named Peaceful Solution Character Education Foundation. And she said she took their number and they said they teach character. And I was like, hey, how? How can you teach someone character?
How can you teach character?
I don't understand.
We don't know.
So we decided to give it a try. So they came to my house and within 10 minutes, they talked to my daughter for 10 minutes. And since that day, my daughter has changed. Madam, I'm telling you. And I advise that you do the same. She has changed. It's like a miracle. Ask my friend here. Madam.
Seriously?
Yes. If you want, we can arrange so that they'll come here tomorrow and come and talk to your
I will
daughter.
be very, very glad. In fact, let's arrange and meet them tomorrow morning. I beg you.
Don't worry, madam.
We shall come with them.
We'll be taking our leave.
Thank you very much. Hey, now chair. And in Guasia Penny. Oh, Debbie. Now chair my daughter.
Yes, Ma, what do you want?
Ike FM.
Now chair. We shall be receiving some visitors this morning. And they are from an NGO called the Peaceful Solution Character Education. And they teach young people like you how to respect. So let's arrange.
So you
them.
mean I don't respect you?
Nah. You always disgrace me. And this one you want to disgrace me. Why? Hey.
Mommy, give me money. I'm going to beach. Give me
I don't
money
have
to
any
buy
money.
Bikini dress. You don't have what?
Any money.
That's what you did the last time. You sent those two old men to come and advise me. We sat about 2 hours. Do you remember that?
Yes, but now, please, let's give it a try.
Wait. If you don't teach me how to respect, how would I know it?
Nah, you will soon know.
Okay, simple. I will sit and wait for them only 10 minutes. And if they are not talking sense,
talk
they are
sense,
not talking sense.
Nah,
Go.
Please, you are welcome.
Good morning. Madam, this is the man I told you from the Peaceful Solution Character Education Foundation, here to teach all of us how to respect.
Now, please, I beg you, comport yourself.
My name is Master Arnold. I'm from the Peaceful Solution Character Education Foundation. We call the foundation for short, PCEF.
Oh, okay.
We teach the old, young people like your daughter. In fact, we teach the whole universe how to show respect.
Hey, then today, all the storms are over for me.
That's not all. We even teach plants, animals, and even insects how to show respect.
That's the same way they taught my daughter.
Hold on, please. One way of showing respect.
Even they taught my daughter.
Hold on, please. One way of showing respect is to learn how to take turns.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
is, when it is not your turn, do not speak.
Okay.
Respect is the act of recognizing the value of something in people and to treat them with care, consideration, and concern.
Okay.
It means when you respect, it means you show respect to yourself, animals, and the environment. So when you respect the environment, you don't hydrate yourself and put the bottle or the sachet on the ground.
Okay.
When you also respect the environment, you don't walk by a street, come across a plant, and break it.
Would ye?
When you respect, it means you recognize the qualities and worth of something, and you treat them the way you want to be treated. When you respect a thing, you don't commit the act of vandalization or graffiti on it. And we have basic rules to respect all people. You respect them because they are breathing, and living members of the human race. 2, they have goals and potentials and abilities like you. Do you understand?
Yes.
They also help to build a positive character and moral attitudes towards other people.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So it means when you respect yourself, the environment, and other things. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, okay, tell me what you've learned.
I have learned plenty things that if I don't respect others, then I don't respect myself.
Yes, that's
so
correct.
today onwards, I respect my mom, including my uncle standing there.
Repeat that
I
again.
said I respect you, including my uncle standing there.
Indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Ando.
Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master.
So what will you say to her?
Thank you. I want to apologize for the actions I made the last time. Thank you.
Are you ready to go to school?
Yes.
Now,
ma'am.
are you ready to go to school?
Yes.
Are
ma'am.
you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Respect, acceptance, responsibility. You know it's a duty, it's not late. Let's move to the classroom for peace on earth. Will only go if you learn, you stick to it. We practice, stop acronym, only proceed with the righteous. You know it's a man, not the importance of us.
Oh yeah?
Whoa.
This is real.
Yeah,
This is practical.
yeah.
Talk about peace? This is it.
Whoa. It's okay, it's okay, it's alright. Peace solution, the only way.
Nice International. Nice International is attention.
Ike FM.
Okay. Now, get this straight. The NGO is not Peaceful Solution Character Education Foundation. It is Peaceful Character Education Foundation. The program we teach is the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program. I saw that in your lines, okay? And that was wrong. Now, about your knowledge of the PSCEP, you did well. You did very well, but not very well for me, because in talking about respect, in terms of self-respect, we have something we call dressing appropriately. You only demonstrated chairs disrespect to a mother and the elderly ones. Nacha herself wasn't dressed well. She lacked that self-respect on stage. Okay, but aside from that, I like the fact that you draw attention that we should show respect to others. And I heard him say, the animals can also what? You can teach the animals to us how to respect. Oh, okay. Okay, that's nice. and I would like to agree with that, because if you have a pet, the way you train the pet, that's how the pet will be. So I agree with that. Yes, you agree. Okay, now with your content of delivery, I was expecting you to expound more on respect. And it didn't quite come that much from my understanding. So your effect on the audience was great, but your confidence, though your style was nice, the confidence wasn't there. So in totality, I gave you 8 out of 10. I would like to acknowledge that we are streaming live on IKE FM 95.4
IKE FM.
Awake News Online is also part of our media partners. Rising Sun Montessori School, we are grateful. iBit Soft Limited, Nesvo Soft Limited, Everything IT, Ghana Air Premier, Nexans Cable Metal Limited for sponsoring the program. The National Karate Education Quiz is shaping the next generation of future leaders. You can log on to our website, www.peacefulcharacter.org, for more information about our program. Okay, so at the end of round 3, GAEC scored 9 marks. Whereas NCEQ International scored 8 marks. So after tallying round 1, 2, and 3, GAEC scored a total of 31. And NCEQ International scored 35. Okay, so at this juncture, we have a clear winner, which means we wouldn't have to go to round 4 because we have a clear winner, which is NCEQ International School. Okay,
IKE
so
FM.
GAEC, well done. I like the effort you put in so far, and we hope that next year's competition you'll still be part and even strive harder to get to the finals and even become the winners if possible. So well done and congratulations on how far you've come. So viewers, audience, this brings us to the end of the Group 3 stage of the National Karate Education Quiz. We will pause here, go for a break, and when we come back, we go to the finals to get the ultimate winner for this year's edition of the National Karate Education Quiz. Let's not forget that we are sponsored by Nexans Cable Metal Limited for all your quality electrical cables. Nexans cables are made to meet the highest standards right here in Ghana. We also have Ghana Air Premier for all your electrical, home appliances and electronics. We have Everything IT for all your IT equipment needs. Nexvo Soft Limited for all your software needs. Nexvo Softs, your success, our goal. IB Soft Limited for all Microsoft Dynamics and AV software needs. We are also thankful to Rising Sun Montessori School, our media partners, IKE FM, 95.4 FM, and Awake News Online. We are officially on a break. Thank you.
self-control, respect, acceptance, responsibility. You know it's a duty, it's not late. Let's move to the classroom for peace on earth. Will only go if you learn, stick to it. We practice, stop acronym, only proceed with the righteous. You know it's a man, not the importance of arson, graffitiing, all forms of distraction, causing pain, hardship to the nations.
It's okay, it's okay, it's alright. The solution, the only way. Learning is the only key. Peace solution is what we want.
Everybody need a peace solution. Everybody need a character education. Everybody need a peace and love. And this is how we want it.